Ooh, it's been almost 7 years since I started playing Pokemon GO. In the last few years, I've actually caught a lot of Pokemon. Some are rarer than the other. And today we're gonna check out my top 20 rarest Pokemon that I've caught here in Pokemon GO. So sit back, enjoy, and check out what I've got to show you guys. Alright, so hi to all of you guys! So before I bring my screen up though, I'd like to say a few things. First of all these Pokemon are ranked in terms of, to me, rarity, and also in terms of how difficult they are to obtain, and also in terms of how I actually feel happy about getting them as my collection. Alright, so without further ado, let's go ahead to begin with the 20th Pokemon, and that's gonna be this. Yeah, my Shundo Cleavor that I just recently got during the Cleavor raid day. If you guys watched the video, I got myself not one but 2 Shundos in a day. And yep, this is the Shundo that I got when I was in Pattaya raiding in the car with Matthew and his friends. I was really happy to get this, though it's ranked number 20, because I feel that during that period a lot of people probably raided for this also, and hence probably a lot of people would have gotten themselves the Shundo also, since it was a new shiny debut into the game and also a brand new Pokemon at the time also. So now going into number 19, and that's going to be this. It's a Pokemon that I obtained from a trade, a Shundo Salamence. The definition of a Shundo, it means a Shundo and lucky. And in order to get a lucky Pokemon, you have to obtain it from a trade. So I got this from my friend Babyfish69 Ben, and it was actually a guaranteed lucky trade that we did, and eventually it turned into a Hundo, 1 in 64 chance to actually be a Hundo. And for me, I was actually very happy to get this, because this is the Pokemon that I use as my Mega, that's one. And second of all, I don't believe I got myself a Hundo bag on before this, so getting this, I was very happy. And also the fact that this particular color is my favorite color, so hence why I like this particular Shundo a lot. And that's basically number 19. Going into number 18 now, and that's going to be a Shadow Pokemon, Shadow Shaco. Yes, this Shadow Shaco is at CP 91. But the reason why I feel that it's really rare to me is because it is a Hundo. So I actually am very happy to have gotten this, because first of all, it is a Hundo Shadow Pokemon, and second of all, I know that Shaco has the highest defense stat in the game, and I was thinking to actually get something like this, and hopefully I can even get myself the Hundo Shaco. Yes, I've not gotten the Hundo Shaco yet, but I've gotten the Hundo Shadow Shaco instead. Alright, so I would like to use this in the video in the future. I've not maxed this one up to level 50 yet, but I'll do that once I've gotten the Hundo Shaco for the experiment video in the future. Now going into number 17, and that's going to be another Shadow Pokemon, and that's going to be Shadow Victory Bell. So in order to obtain Shadow Victory Bell, and especially this particular IV, you need to fight the decoy grunts from Giovanni. So usually I will use the Super Rocket Radar to actually defeat Giovanni to get the Shadow Legendary Pokemon, but this time round I actually kept it, and in under less than 20 battles on the decoy grunts, I actually got myself this. I was very happy to get it, and you know, I do use it as a poison type attacker very often, especially against Tapu Bulu. Unfortunately, it's not the best already, because Nihiligo has taken over that spot, and now it's number 2. Going into number 16 now, and that's gonna be this. Another Shadow Pokemon, a Shadow Honchkrow that I powered up to level 50, and it's a Hundo. I obtained this from the Grunt, wasn't from Sierra, so quite happy to get this. Unfortunately, I would be happier to get something else, which I'll show you guys later on, because this is not as rare as something that I'm going to show you guys later on also. Now going into number 15th, and that is this. Yes, my Shundo Suicune that I got back in the year 2021 when remote raids was still, like, you know, available to us unlimited. And I was doing this raid late at night one night, and I eventually got this when I was actually on the video call with Princess during the pandemic. I wasn't able to travel to Philippines, but we were still able to talk via video call, and I was really happy to get this. And it was just about time for me to sleep, and I got this. And eventually after I got this, it took me quite a while to actually fall asleep, as the excitement was just too overwhelming. but right now it has not been maxed out to level 50 as I do not have enough Candy XL to do that. Hopefully in the future when it comes back in the form of raids, or maybe in the shadow raids, I can get enough Candy XL to power this one up to level 50 once and for all. Now, number 14 is going to be this. My Shundo Raikou, alright? Shundo Raikou was this one was obtained when I was raiding in the car with Auntie Gladys and a few friends. Eventually, this popped up and it wasn't a remote raid at all. It was a raid that we did locally and we were just going from one gym to another. And I managed to get this. Do not have enough Candy XL to power up to level 50 yet. Hopefully, you know, we will get it back in the form of raids and I can get enough resources to finally get it up to level 50 just like the Suicune also. But it is something that I'm really happy to have obtained. But nevertheless, the Shadow is still stronger. Now, going into number 13th, and that is going to be this. Yes, you guys have probably seen me use this quite a number of times in Go Battle League, especially when I make a video with this particular Pokemon, Giratina Origin form, and it is a Shundo. So I was very lucky to have obtained this. I remember doing this as a remote raid in Singapore when I was trying to take a break, and actually there was a video on it when I was working on to do 50 Team Go Rocket Leader battles on the day. It just so happened I just wanted to remote for one of the raids, and while taking my break, went in the lobby, invited 5 of my friends, but only 2 people came in. We 3-0'd the raid, managed to take it down and got myself this. Very happy to have gotten it, maxed out to level 50, but still, I'm waiting for the Shadow to be out and probably this will become a little bit obsolete. Now going into my number 12 rarest Pokemon, and that's going to be this, my Shundo Genesect. And this Genesect doesn't have the shock drive or the burn drive or whatsoever. It has the regular drive. If I were to use an elite TM on it, I can show you guys over here that it will have Techno Blast in the normal typing, but we're not going to do that. So this one I got it from a remote raid, and it doesn't show remotely caught over there because it wasn't implemented into the game yet. I think the remotely caught, the feature only comes out in September or in October, and hence, you know, it's being shown like that. Other than that though, I'm very happy to have obtained this because Genesect is untradeable and this technically is rarer than any of those legendaries that I've just shown you guys. So the next Pokemon that we're going to check out is a Pokemon that I have shown before in the past, and that's going to be, yes, my Shundo Cobalion that I've already powered up to level 50. I've used it in the Master League before, and with the new move Double Kick, it is pretty good. And you know, it is a Shundo that I've gotten from the raid, and this one was obtained when I was in the car raiding with Anne, Auntie Gladys and Leo. And at the point of time when I got this, it showed me a shiny. I didn't remember what's the CP for the Hundo, and I just threw the ball as per normal because I didn't know it was a Shundo. Eventually after I caught it, I did a 4-star appraisal. After a few raids later, and then I realized, wait, did I just get myself a Shundo? And I was like shouting in the car and whatsoever. Quite a memorable moment for me and my friends in the car, but this is something that I definitely treasure for the time being. So now we are halfway through into the list already, and now I'm gonna show you guys my very own Team Bird. Yes, Team Valor. That is my Shundo Moltres that I got from a raid, non-traded, that I did with Anne and Auntie Gladys in the car. We were in the car raiding, not remoting for the raids, and eventually I was able to get this. I was so happy to have gotten this. I was just so mind blown that I got this, and they were really happy for me in the car, especially this being my Team Bird, obtaining it in Singapore, my own country. I was so happy to have gotten this. Yeah, so now going into the number 9th rarest Pokemon that I have, and it's another green Pokemon. Yes, Latios. My Shundo Latios that I got from a regular Latios raid, not the Mega raid, back in 2021. And I was with Auntie Gladys in the car. We were just raiding this as per normal, no remote at all. And eventually I was able to get myself this. I got the Luster Purge on it after using the Elite Charge TM on it, and I do use this as a Mega at times. Unfortunately, right now it has been overtaken by Mega Salamence, so it's just sitting over there collecting dust. Now going into number 8, and that is going to be this, my Shundo Conkeldurr, which I'm very happy to have obtained from a hatch. So I hatched this while I was raiding. I was actually raiding for Reshiram at that time, and I was remoting for a Reshiram just 20 seconds before an egg was about to hatch. This actually hatched, and when I saw it as a shiny, I was like, okay. When I saw the CP, I'm like, whoa, okay. And I was like reacting crazy in the car all by myself because at that point of time nobody could actually join me to actually play Pokemon GO due to the pandemic. And yeah, I was happy to have gotten the Shundo Timber, and eventually I maxed it out as a Conkeldurr. So I did say that I'm going to show you guys something more amazing than that Shundo Shadow Honchkrow, right? Well, let's go ahead and check out number 7th, and that's going to be this. Another Shadow Honchkrow at CP2612. Well, if you guys have seen an old video that I did before to compare this to Shadow Honchkrows, this is, yes, a Nando Shadow Honchkrow. There's no glitch, no nothing is not stopping. You guys can see the wings of the Honchkrow is still flapping over there, and yep, it is a Nando. I maxed it up to level 50. I was very happy to have gotten this when I was in Alostar doing my tour over there. But hopefully we can get more Nando Shadows in the future so that we can do some more crazy experiments. Going into number 6 right now is going to be another Shadow Pokemon, and it's also going to be another Nando Pokemon, but it's going to be the mightiest of all Shadow Pokemon. Yes, Shadow Tyranitar. That is a Nando. Alright, so this Shadow Tyranitar, I got it and I was so happy to have gotten this because I did make a video on this and I showed that this particular Nando is better than a non-Shadow Hundo 4335 CP Tyranitar. Okay, it won it by taking down the raid boss faster with Bite and Crunch, hence proving that Shadow Pokemon with whatever IVs is stronger than the non-Shadow form one with Hundo IVs. Now we are going to my top 5 rarest Pokemon, and the first one is going to be, yes, this. My Shundo Aerodactyl. I was very happy to have gotten this because this particular Aerodactyl was caught in Singapore when I was on the bus, and it was a remote raid that I got from Honolulu. My friend Ace, who actually sent me this. Eventually I met him at the Hoenn tour in Las Vegas and thanked him for that, and yeah, very happy to have gotten this. First thing first, I'd like to mention that actually a shiny from a mega raid is harder to get than a legendary shiny, and yep, the Hundo of this is just truly amazing. The Shundo is just even more amazing. Now going into my 4th rarest Pokemon. This is a Pokemon that I've shown in the past before, and that is this. Yes, a Pikachu. A Shundo Pikachu that I got back in the year 2019. When I went to Indonesia to do a tour over there, I got a trade that I did with Mickey Han, and it was a trade that wasn't a best friend, ultra friend, or even great friend. It was just good friends. So the odds of this happening is just super duper insanely low, and we did the one special trade. I traded to him a shiny Gyarados. His did not turn into any good IV ones, but this turned into a Shundo, and it was only a few months later that I realized that actually I got this as a Shundo. I kept it, I did not transfer it away, but I did not even do the appraisal when I was still in Indonesia. It's just madness. Now going into my top 3 rarest Pokemon, the first is going to have to be this. The Pokemon that to me is probably the lowest probability of getting, and that is at 1 in 1,843,200 chance for this to have happened as a non-weather boosted Shundo Manectric. Alright, I was out grinding for 250,000 Stardust to power up my Mewtwo for a video, and eventually I go blast this while grinding. It's just super duper insane that happened. It only came to my realization that it was that rare after a few days of doing a bit of calculation after the video was already posted. But yeah, this is definitely one of my biggest prize here in Pokemon GO. 1 in 1.8 million chance to have happened, man. It's even rarer than a lot of Pokemon, man. Yeah, it's crazy. And now we are here on my 2nd rarest Pokemon in my collection, and that is this. My shiny Shadow Mawile. Well, it is almost a Hundo. Very close, just 1 point away from becoming a Shundo. But it's madness if that actually happened to have become a Shadow Shundo Pokemon. But unfortunately, I was just not lucky enough to have gotten this. I was actually with Princess before the pandemic happened, and we were about to have lunch, and I was able to get this from a battle against Arlo. Doesn't show Arlo over there though, because back then they did not implement that under the list over there. But I was just so happy to have gotten this. It's definitely something that I do keep and do like looking at. Unfortunately, it's not really useful for whatever purpose. Even as a Mega in the future, it wouldn't be good, because Shadow cannot Mega. So now, finally, we have reached to this part of the video. We have reached to this part where we are going to check out my number 1 rarest Pokemon in my collection. For those of you who have been watching my videos for quite a while, you guys probably already know what it is. From my Togetic Community Day video, from the video where I showed one of my greatest hatches in my Pokemon GO career, and that is this. Yes, my Shundo Togepi. To me, this is rarer than any of the Pokemon that I obtained because of one very good reason. It is a baby Pokemon. It's a baby Pokemon that is a Shundo that you cannot get from the WoW. And to me, it is super duper insane that I got myself this Shundo. And I'm very happy to have gotten this, definitely, because this definitely is the biggest prize that I have. Of course, there could possibly be rarer Pokemon out there to obtain, but in terms of satisfaction for me to have gotten this, definitely is more satisfying than getting like any other Nandos or whatsoever. But yeah, very happy to have definitely gotten this, but it's something that I will never ever evolve into even Togetic or even Togekis. So it's gonna stay as a Togepi forever and ever, and these are all the 20 rarest Pokemon that I've just shown you guys in my entire collection. It's not in any sequence or whatsoever, but I've shown you guys in the sequential order already. So that is all that I have to show to you guys in this video, man. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed watching me show you guys my top 20 rarest Pokemon in my collection. You guys can let me know in the comment section what do you guys think about it, and also if you guys got any of your rarest Pokemon that is the same as what I've gotten. Maybe some of you guys have something that is rarer than mine. It's possible. And for me, these are what I decided to list down to show you guys. If you guys enjoyed this video, definitely remember to leave a like on the video. Very much appreciated. Thank you very much. And I'll see you guys in the next episode in the next video. If you guys want more of such videos from me, my collection or whatsoever, do let me know in the comment section down below. You guys can give me ideas on whatever that I can show you guys also in the future, as I do plan to make this a monthly collection video from me. Alright, so I'll see you guys in the next episode in the next video. Alright, goodbye, goodbye, goodbye.